The Belfast Hills Partnership is a small environmental charity that helps bring people together to help look after the hills, and we're all about caring for the hills, their wildlife and their people. The Belfast Hills Partnership has been operational for now about 10 years. It was developed in the light of a proposal to turn the Belfast Hills into some kind of regional park. That didn't happen, but it really highlighted to people that this was a very special area and it was well worth protecting and bring people together to look after it.
I think the work of Belfast Hills Partnership is very important because it conserves such a vast area from all the hills that you can see around the Belfast area. Also, it creates links between communities, between farmers, and educates people as well. So we've got an outreach programme as well which goes out to schools, and that helps educate children about the environment and gets them enthusiastic about it at a young age so that they can continue their enthusiasm as they get older.
You get everything, don't you? You get to enjoy the Northern Ireland weather. Sometimes it's a lot more enjoyable than other times, but you sort of grin and bear it on occasions and think, what the heck, it's not the Arctic yet. So it's great to get out in the fresh air. I think it's great to get a bit of exercise in the fresh air, and it's a sight cheaper than going to a gym. And a sight more enjoyable. My little experience of gyms, that was get me out of here.
The Belfast Hills, they actually stretch beyond the actual Belfast council area itself. From the north we've got Conmoney Hill, and then we stretch on into Cave Hill, Divis, Black Mountain, but then also back into the Lisburn side of things where we've got Sleepnacloy and Collin Mountain. The hills are really special just because they've got such a wide range of habitats. We have everything here. You'll see we're in a beautiful grassland meadow, but we also have fantastic upland heath. We've got wooded glens. So you name it, we've got it, and it's just on the doorstep of a huge city, which is really an unusual asset for a big city like Belfast to have. And we're trying to really educate people about why the hills are special, to get them to come up here and enjoy the wildlife, the biodiversity, actually even the archaeology, which is really rich in up here. And just get people excited. This is their Belfast Hills, and we want them to take ownership of that.
I think Belfast people are extremely lucky to have such an amazing, diverse landscape and environment on their doorstep. I think not enough people appreciate it and use it, but the point of Belfast Hills is to encourage people out onto the hills. I'm not a city person, I'm also from a rural area in the north of England, so I like being able to escape so quickly. It's like a 10-20 minute drive and you're out in the middle of the countryside, which is fantastic.
It's a marvellous resource and it desperately needs protection, but I don't know that all that many people actually appreciate it. I think there's quite a good lot get up to the top of Divis. There's a new cafe opened up there, and you can even, if you wish, drive up to the cafe, which is very near the top. That's a great place for visitors, marvellous views on a clear day.
The work that we do is vital for the hills. Unfortunately, they don't just manage themselves, that you need someone in to try and tackle things like the invasive species. Unfortunately, we do get incidents of fly tipping. We have other things that the volunteers are so crucial to tackling and sorting and making it a really pretty special place when people come to visit. They also do a lot of other nicer things in terms of the survey work and recording what biodiversity is here. And when we know what biodiversity is here, it means that we can manage the habitat better for them and really help look after them.
We're here in Glencairn today in the beautiful sunshine, and I've got a conservation group out pulling up a plant called Himalayan balsam. This is the balsam plant. As you can see, it can be quite little and it can be pretty big. It's quite a bad invasive species as it takes over quite easily because it grows really well here. There's really big leaves which block out the sunlight, so it doesn't let any other plants grow. It's also got a very shallow root system, which means that it erodes any area that it's growing in, so often it'll grow along riverbanks, and then in the winter when it all dies back, the riverbank will erode, which is why it's particularly bad.
It's the kind of thing, unfortunately, there are a lot of invasives around the place, and organisations by and large only have so much time and resources available to them, which is why it's such a brilliant thing to get the volunteers involved in, that they can come here en masse on a day. We've got a fantastic sunny day to do it, and they can come and spend a few hours and really get to grips with it. And because of that, there are large sections of the Belfast Hills that we have very, very few invasive species in, along the Colin River, also due to the work of Colin Glen Trust. They've done a brilliant job of getting rid of Himalayan balsam along here. So we're together tackling with different partners and getting the place cleaned up. The work of the partnership has been recognised as being very, very important. We actually were in for a National Lottery Award. There are over 600 people put in for it across the whole of the UK, and we're one of 7 finalists in the environment category. So we're really pleased that we have been acknowledged as being such a great project, and we really need people to support us by voting for us. If you go to the Belfast Hills website, that's belfasthills.org, and you'll see lots of click and vote for us buttons, so please get voting.